everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and today I have some questions to put to you, namely around how on earth do I choose what to read? Typically I don't have a problem with this, and especially thinking ahead to lots of readathons, I'm getting very, very excited. However, in thinking about how I want to spend the rest of my summer reading and indeed into September, I've been staring at my physical TBR and I've had the overwhelming feeling of wanting to read everything. I want to read everything all at once, which is not possible, of course. So this usually leads to one of two options. Either I want to read everything all at once, and so I have a huge reading binge where I do end up reading a lot in a short span of time. Or I want to read everything all at once, and this leads me to decision paralysis, and I end up reading very little, for which I feel guilty, and thus the cycle continues. So I thought I'd put it to you all, being fellow readers. Have you ever found yourself in a similar position? And if you have, what on earth do you do? A lot of people that I follow lately have been putting up videos discussing whether or not they are mood readers. And here again, I have to say I fall kind of in the middle. I do love to plan my TBRs for the month just to cut down on the feelings of decision paralysis. I try to make them a varied TBR, or if I'm participating in a readathon, then that makes life even easier, of course. I try to make my TBRs somewhat varied in order to cater to a variety of books that I might feel like reading. Or if I know it's going to be a particularly busy month, I try to stack my TBR with light and easy books or books that I know I will be in the mood to read or really excited to read. But when faced with huge decision paralysis, there's a small part of me that worries that if I pick a fairly disappointing selection of books, i.e. a huge stack of books and a lot of them turn out to be disappointing, that will affect how I feel. So I've also been seeing a lot of people use TBR jars for months where there are no readathons, and they have a series of prompts to pull from for that month. I'm toying with the idea of making a TBR jar for myself. I have some prompts already loaded in case I want to start using it in the new year. That would be January, by the way, not the new school year, teacher brain. But here again, I get stuck in terms of prompts that fit my reading, or what if I pull a bunch of prompts that lead to books that I'm just not feeling like reading for that month. So I have two questions to ask on that front as well, which is, number one, if you use a TBR jar yourself, how do you use it? Do you find that it's really helpful? Have you had to tweak it in certain ways to make it work for you and your reading? And secondly, to everyone, could you leave some prompts for me in the comments below so that if I decide to use a TBR jar, I have some viewer-generated prompts to pick from as well. That being said, those were my short, rambly, messy thoughts as I tried to start putting together an August TBR. So I thought, while there's still time, I'd put it out there to you all and see if you have any advice or suggestions or prompt ideas based on any of the things that I talked about. Hopefully my very scattered thoughts make sense to you, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you think. Until next time, be safe, be well, and happy reading. Bye everyone.